Again. 1, 2. Okay. Marvellous, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, our officials, look. Give them all a nice round of applause. Hey? They do a marvellous job. Year in, year out. In they come. But don't tell them. I don't pay them. But no, they do. We've got a superb team of officials, ladies and gentlemen, who come to every event, thick and thin. Whatever happens, I can rely on them. And, that makes a huge difference. And some of our officials, they've been with us for a long, long time. In fact, Sandra, this is your last event, isn't it? Your very last event. Because you're retiring, aren't you? Hey? You're retiring. I know. Well, guess what? I just told you a load of porkies. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something a little special. I'm going to hand you over to David Gawley, who's been on the tour for, longer than I have and knows more than I do. And Sandra, could you step this way, please?
I've actually known Sandra for far too many years that I care to admit, but I'm very fortunate to call Sandra a personal friend. And Sandra, on behalf of no crying, by the way, on behalf of the top 16 players, we would just like to thank you for the last 12 years of the dedication you've put in, the commitment you've given to the tour. Sometimes it's quite difficult when you're out here, you're quite alone, and if you're struggling and things are not going your way, it's always good to have a friendly face and someone you can bounce off. So on behalf of the top 16 and the World Bowls Tour, we'd like to accept this and our gratitude. Sandra, thanks.
I'd just like to say I'm sort of quite emotional. Thanks very, very much for everyone. David, Nick, Alec, Paul, all the guys and officials are absolutely amazing for the last 12 years. Sorry, I'm finding this quite hard. Richard, you've been a star as well, and Nigel and Uncle Ken before you. My mates, my great mates, just this week, Tom, Mike, Francis, and obviously there's Brian, who was a great, great friend of mine, who retired last year, and Andy Ewens the year before, and Dan Blewett, who's now joined the team as well the last few years. I'd just like to thank everybody. It's been wonderful. It's been a huge privilege marking the best players in the world and working with the best officials. And the crowds have been phenomenal as well. So thank you very much for all your support in the past 12 years. Thank you.
Well deserved, Sandra. You've been superb to us all. God bless you. And don't drink all that at once.
Right, go off, Sandra.
Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. I told the umpires I needed them to come on for a quick 5-minute camera action. She had absolutely no idea. Well, just to give you an update of what's happening today, ladies and gentlemen. When the umpires have regrouped themselves, we go live on air at 12 o'clock. We're live on air with Sky Sports, and we also still stream to YouTube. How it works is that because we're on Sky Sports, which is a commercial channel, and everybody has to earn their money somewhere, at the end of each first set, there will be a commercial break. And then it goes into the second set. If there's a tie break, they'll go straight into the tie break. We don't stop again. And then in between the first match and the second match, the players come on for their trial ends, which gives us about 7 minutes if you need a quick natural break all right? And then we get on with the second semi-final. And then, of course, the finals are 5 o'clock this evening. So if those of you that are here all day, who's here all day? Hands up. You might not be here. Well, but for those of you that are here, 5 o'clock, if you can be in your seats for about 4:45, we'll be going again live, and it'll be the same format. And after the final, there will be a presentation, of course, of the trophy and everything else. I would ask you to stay in your seats, because there's nothing worse than when you come on to do the presentation and the camera gets 500 bums going out the door. So if you wouldn't mind stopping on, that would be good. Yeah? Everybody happy? Who plays Crown Green here? You don't all do. They've not put their hands up. I just remembered. You just remembered? No. Senior moment. There's a lot of them in here. Yeah. Yeah, well, come on. I include myself in that. I'm probably more senior than you are. But, no, it's good to see you all. It's good to see you all. I'm a flat greener. I used to be anyway. But somebody challenged me to a Crown Green match, and I went out there. What's all this thumb peg, finger peg? I thought I was hanging out the bloody washing. Hey? But no, I enjoyed it. I have to say, I absolutely enjoyed it. Once I'd got the hang of the fact your bowl don't go in a straight line, goes round all these bumps. Marvellous. You've got to have a word with your greenkeepers. My flat green's flatter than yours. But no, brilliant day out, brilliant day out. Totally different. It's a totally different ethos, isn't it? Crown to flat. It is. In Crown Green, they can actually, you can actually say to them, well, what do you think I ought to play? And they'll tell you. Some of them not so politely, I noticed. But they do, don't they? If you do that in flat green, everybody thinks you're bloody cheating. They get right umpy about it. But I learned some of your terms. Wheelbarrow. I never heard that before. You know, the babies fell out the pram when you're short. You've got some right good sayings. Right good sayings. And you even, the most criminal of crimes, when the bowler's playing and the bowl is looking to go through the gap and you don't want him to win, you shout gap. Do that on flat and you're bloody shot. In fact, we did, yeah, I know, Nick. Nick played in last year. We did Super Bowl here a couple of years ago, which was flat against Crown. And there was a certain player, I won't mention his name, Mr. Paul Foster, but he was winning against one of your Crown, I can't remember, I think it was Callum, and he was winning. Just keeping an eye on my time so I don't overrun. But he was winning. And there was Callum had played a couple of really good bowls, and there was a gap in the bowl. And bowl was coming up, and they started shouting gap. Well, Mr. Foster was going a bit red in the face, and they kept shouting gap. Anyway, Mr. Foster lost. And in the bar that night, there was shall we say, a heated discussion going on about the ethics of the game and the differences. And I mean, it was quite a friendly discussion, I think. And what I did notice was that you Crowners took it to heart. And the next day, when the Crown we were playing, they didn't shout gap. And I thought that was very respectable of them. They shouted Watford. Marvellous. Marvellous. But it was cracking. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. How many of you play flat indoors? Do any of you play flat indoors? Yeah. Do you find the same? Do you find it's a different ethos in indoors and outdoors? Yeah. A lot of etiquette. Anybody got a dictionary? No. Yeah. Sorry? Well, you're not supposed to stamp it indoors, but believe me, with 1 or 2 players, I've seen them. They try, but no, you're right. You can't. Where you run up and you just straddle the bowl, do that indoors, and it goes nuts. But no, I did enjoy it. It was quite an eye opener. There's a lot of, again, it's like all bowls. There's a lot of skill in Crown, isn't there? A lot of skill. And you've got this art. You play when it's wet and even when your greens are flooded. And you've got an art to getting your bowl through the water. And you call, is it right? You call that skipping? Cobbing? Cobbing? That's a bloody roll. Hey? Isn't it? Ham roll, ham cob. But yeah, I've tried that. I can't get the hang of it. There is an art to it. But all the same, it's bowls, isn't it? So, you've got the Waterloo coming up, haven't you? And I hear that you're in deep discussions with the Co-operative Funeralcare again, who are looking to possibly put that back on TV for you again this year. And you've got to thank our sponsors. We get a lot of people say to us, "Oh, you've got a funeral care company." Yes, we have, and we're proud to have them. Do you know, Co-operative Funeralcare over the last few years have put over £5 million into the sport. It's a lot of money in that, ladies and gentlemen. That they've been doing flat green now for over 8 years, and without them, we wouldn't be here. So I don't know if anybody is. No, they're all out there busy. They're all working. But I'd just like to say a massive thank you to the Co-operative Funeralcare for all of their effort. At the same time, I'd like to say, because it's the last real day of saying something, a big thank you to all the staff and members here at Newton Hall Indoor Bowls Club. Without all of you and the stewards and everybody else, this would be impossible to stage. You put a lot of effort into it. So on behalf of myself and WBT, a massive thank you to you all. Anyway, you're looking forward to this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to have a little practice, yeah? When we bring the players on, because it's going live on television, and we want to make it look good, so that when I go to the bosses next year and said, "Excuse me, do you fancy doing the International Open again?" They go, "Yes." So on 3, let's pretend the players are coming in, and just see if we can raise the roof. I'd like a nice, huge round of applause, a bit of cheering, just go nuts, basically. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I've been to the Waterloo, and you can make more noise than that. Come on. 3. I can see you all need a pillar piece. But no, when we bring the players in, nice, good round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because it does look good. And it sounds, somebody said to me, "Why have we got to do that?" And as I try to explain to them, if you can create a bit of atmosphere that goes out onto TV and the people watching it like it, they tune back in. And at the end of the year, when the TV bosses start looking at their figures and they go, "Oh, we had so many thousand for that," yeah, they're worth putting back on. It does help us, ladies and gentlemen, There's my boss stood up there. How long have I got? About 90 seconds. Sorry? 1:45. 1:45, that gives me an hour and a quarter. I'm at that age I can do a lot in 30 seconds. He got it. One minute. That saves you lot from having to hear any crappy jokes off me now. Say again? Cut the grass? It's been vacuumed, sir.
To add to the against Scotland, David Gourlay, Alex Marshall, the world number.
Thank you very much, George. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring your players out for your first semi-final. With 11 World Boss Tour Championship titles to his credit already, he's world ranked at number 6. It's David Gourlay. And up against him, ladies and gentlemen, he's the world number 1. He's the reigning indoor world singles champion. He's the defending champion from England, Nick Brett. And I'll hand you over to commentary.
Well, what an opening semi-final we have in store for us here. Nick Brett, the reigning world indoor champion, up against David Gourlay, who was world champion back in 1996. This is a rerun of the semi-final in Potters, well, 7 weeks ago tomorrow. And what a game that turned out to be. Brett won it, but it was mighty, mighty close. The score in that semi-final was 6-7, 7-6, 2-0 to Brett, and it was as close as the scoreline would suggest. And the man alongside me, Greg Harlow, witnessed that semi-final, and it was a belter, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I was lucky enough to do commentary on that game, and it's probably one of the games of the year that I've seen, to be honest. And the score was that close, 7-6, 6-7, and to be fair, Nick had to win a measure to win the second set, to take it into the tiebreak. Big parts of the crowd thought David was probably going to win the measure and sneak through, but the measure went Nick's way, and then he dominated the 2 tiebreak ends. So anything similar to that today, and we're in for, as you say, in for an absolute belter.
Well, 3 of the 4 semi-finalists here in Newton Hall were semi-finalists in the world 7 weeks ago. So the quality of the semi-finals is excellent.
Yes, absolutely. As we were chatting away last night in the bar over a social beer, and chatting away between a few players, and we think probably that Nick, Alex and David have been the most consistent 3 players over this season.
Good second ball from Gourlay, and here comes Brett. And from what we've seen here on Sky over the last couple of days, is Nicky Brett has given up opportunities. He gave you some opportunities which he couldn't quite take. He gave opportunities up yesterday against Mervyn King that Mervyn couldn't quite take. But David's been drawing so well that if Brett gives up those opportunities, there's a real danger for him that Gourlay will take them.
Yes, absolutely, and Nick will be aware of that. He would have watched David's matches. He would recognise how well David is playing, and he'll do his level best not to leave the opportunities available.
Well, here comes a backhand from Gourlay, slightly under.
Sometimes just takes an end or two for both players to settle into the match. Obviously, they've had their warm-up ends, but playing warm-up ends is not quite like playing the match. Nick knew early that that one was just overplayed.
Oh, he's had a shave as well overnight. Bit of Samson perhaps, lost a bit of power.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll run a whole tournament without having a shave, and he does look a little bit rugged, but yeah, glad to see this morning the old razor was out and very clean shaven. Close here from David. Just needs to run.
Will it slide inside? It won't. So, Brett lies one, with the final delivery to come.
Yeah, a tough opportunity to add a second. Needs to avoid his own red bowl, just past it to score another. There's just room. Can he get in?
Here it comes,
That's
here it comes.
Fantastic bowling.
That is super stuff from the world number one.
2 shots, Nick Brett.
And he opens with a double.
It shows you what good form Nick is in. There really wasn't a lot of room there. Half an inch out either way and he would have been blocked by a bowl. Got it absolutely inch perfect for 2.
Jack length, 27.5
I think
metres.
most of the players would agree. He's certainly the best player around at the moment on the indoor scene. And he's in the form of his life. But when you talk to him, he's still looking to improve. That's the scary bit. He still talks about the bowls he fails with. So he's still looking to improve his game.
Great start.
I've played a lot of bowls with Nick, and I've known before he's drawn a side toucher and we've all congratulated him, and he's really been hard on himself. He says, no, I wanted to be a back toucher, you know, you just can't believe he's never quite happy with some of the brilliant bowls that he plays.
Good reply from Gourlay, that is excellent. And the first match we televised, or first David Gourlay match we televised, he had an absolute cracker, didn't he? Against Scott Wayne Hogg. Hogg was drawing beautifully, but it was Gourlay who came through because he was like 1% better, wasn't he? They were both operating like 98, 99% on those draws.
Yeah, and it's incredible to watch when 2 players are playing right at the top of their game. And when you're playing in matches like that, you do feel nothing is safe. It doesn't matter how close, you just feel as long as they've got a bowl in their hand, you still believe they're going to get the shot. And as you say, when they're playing that well, they quite often do. Dave pushing this one forward. Looks good to me, but he's wanting it to run a touch. Yeah, that's how good a Nick is in. He knew that was
2 green.
Very close again.
Likes that forehand draw.
A little touch off the bowl, but I think he's fallen back, still 1 green.
1 green.
Confirmation. But it is still Gourlay.
The gap in your ball is 1 inch. The gap in next ball is 2 inches.
There we are, just computes all that. Decided to change to the forehand. He's got to beat a bowl 2 inches away to score the second shot.
Looks under.
One green.
couple of options for Nick. He could obviously still try and draw the shot, or he could play with a yard of pace and try and take David's bowl out and replace it and sit there for a double himself. Does like these attacking shots. Looks like there's a little bit of intent there, but he doesn't look totally happy with it.
Oh, we've seen this before, and this one has missed, but before, when he's done that, it's landed almost on the jack every time, but this time he does miss his mark.
Probably just overplayed it, probably just a little bit too heavy to allow it to bend back to take the green one out.
As he's caught between two stools, as the drive or the draw.
Yeah, he knew it from hand. Extremely hard opportunity for a second shot.
But in a semi-final that is more than likely going to be very tight, these are the opportunities that Gourlay needs to try
One
and
shot,
take,
David
but he hasn't
Gourlay.
given it enough, and it's just the one for the Scot. Brett leads 2-1 after 2 ends.
Set score is 2-1 after 2 ends.
So
Jack length 27 metres.
Gourlay continues with a jack length of around 27 metres. Again on the backhand for Gourlay, who probably prefers the backhand draw to the forehand.
Slightly overplayed. Time now for Nick probably to step in and draw the shot. The line looks plenty good enough.
It's all about the weight. And that's pretty good. Let's have a look at the head. Is he line one?
Yeah, he's made the shot there. I think David was more disappointed at leaving Nick that opportunity than just running past. David's a positive draw, looking just to rest the bowl, nudge the jack through. Got the bowl, great shot. Something similar for Nick, I think. Positive draw. Jack would be the first target, rest the bowl would be the second.
I think he's found the gap.
The gap is what he didn't want. And obviously a great end for David, lays 2 shots. A lot of danger at the back, so I think we'll see him run for cover. Probably draw to Nick's last bowl, which is the deepest one on the rink. Split the 3 up. Doesn't want to drop a 3 or 4 at the back. That's the target bowl.
Right in the middle of that triangle of red. That'll do.
Yeah, I'll be happy with that. It splits them all up. Nick probably going to play pace to this, looking for the jack.
He's got some pace upon it, but I think he's pushed it out wide, has he?
What's he going to get?
Or is he going to get a deflection? No.
Pushed another in.
No, is that
Looks 3.
3 shots, David Gourlay.
It is 3 to David Gourlay. And Gourlay goes into a 4-2 lead after 3 ends.
Set score is 2-4 after 3 ends.
And Nick got in early, laid the shot, and then David played a brilliant little conversion shot, taking the shot out, setting his place. And then
Jack length,
a couple of
24.5
misses from
metres.
Nick, not very far away, but big 3 in this opening set. David looks like he's set his stall out on shorter jacks, playing the nice big swinging bowls. Feels very comfortable. Obviously, he can get a good line at this particular jack length.
Looks good from Brett. It's very good.
You can just see the difference in line, can't you, between the two bowls. David probably taking 2 to 3 feet more green than Nick. Both bowls do the job. It's just a personal choice on the line that you like the bowls to take.
Having opened on the backhand, Brett reverts the 4.
Yeah, there was a danger if he kept his same hand. If he touched the shot bowl, he was going to spring the jack into the open.
2 lengths.
A perfect bowl there. David may look to drive this open now. Doesn't want it to build up. 2 good shots against. Yep, weight straight down the middle.
Here it comes. He's watching it, and he's
Been very unlucky there.
yeah,
He's hit the jack into the ditch, and he's hit Nick's live bowl all the way up to the edge of the ditch. So he's still at least 1 down. Nick's got probably 2 yards to draw the second shot, so Dave's going to be under pressure with his last. It was a good hit, bad result. So Nick drawing as close to the ditch as he can without going in.
there it comes.
And that's tough to beat. Looks like he lays 3 shots. David should be able to beat the
No issue
third
with
one.
the third one, David.
But looks like he's got a draw within probably a few inches of the ditch to actually secure second or even the shot. Won't want to overplay it and drop into the ditch.
No, because having got a 3,
Has he got the running?
no,
2 red.
lies third.
It was a reasonable bowl. That certainly beat the third shot. Couldn't afford to go searching for the edge in case he toppled in. Great opportunity now for Nick to get the 3 back. He dropped on the last end. Looks good, long as he stops. Is he going to stop?
Nope, just drops him. So he'll take the 2, and he levels it up with what, half a
2 shots,
rotation
Nick
too heavy.
Brett.
Yep, that was all.
Set
Slightly
score is
disappointed with
4
that. He'd
after
drawn
4
in with
ends.
his third bowl. Only needed to repeat it, just slightly overplayed. He'll still be happy to score 2 shots, level the scores.
Jack length, 27 metres.
So all the jack lengths pretty uniform at the start of this clash. Again, that counting bowl to start with from Brett.
Good bowl from David, but you see he's not totally happy with it. He knows he needs to be closer.
Second delivery from Brett just
pinches the shot. Both players deep in concentration. Neither of them look completely happy with their game at the moment, although they're producing great bowls.
Now this should work quite a lot. Not quite enough.
1 red.
Just slightly overplayed more, and I think the line was good enough, and slightly better pace. That would have just turned the jack round. Nick very interested in this one. Body language pretty good. He feels this is close. And sure enough it is.
2 red.
That's number 1.
The gap is 4.5 inches.
4.5 inches. Although he has the back position, I'm sure this will be a dead draw. Looking for number 1. Little touch on the jack could make 2.
Oh, it's got a chance, but it's going to come under, isn't it? Oh, well, he's line
1
2
red.
there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He might have actually pinched second with that one.
Yeah,
well,
I
it's
think he has.
just fallen over. Nick changing the backhand. He'll now be looking to rest off the green bowl that's just beyond the jack. Doesn't want to be diving into the front. He hasn't played it. He's not happy with that. Not sure if there's any driving opportunities there for David, or whether just stick to the draw. Possibility he could drive the red bowl out, but also the draw is still available. Looks like he's set himself for the draw. He's
Dead draw or to trail?
no, dead draw. Been drawing so well all week. If he happens to touch the jack, it'll be a bonus. That's the way he'll be looking at it.
No, he's not happy with it. Puff of the cheeks and
Conceded one.
concedes the 1. Brett
1 shot. Nick
retakes
Brett.
the lead, 5-4.
Set score is 5-4 after 5 ends.
Certainly getting the close game that we expected.
So Brett with the jack.
Jack length 27.5 meters.
Nice draw from Gourlay. Works a lot, doesn't it? And back just to take the jack.
Nod of the head from David. He's asking the bowl to sit over. Obviously, as players, we like the bowls to sit over. They're harder to move when they're up on the running surface. Only a little tap and they roll away quite easily. Nick looking to make the adjustment on his first.
It's a pretty good adjustment.
1 green.
Green, but David might now also
The
change
last
his
ball
hand.
is 3.5 inches.
He doesn't want to touch his own green bowl because he gives shot away, yep. So the target now will be Nick Brett's last bowl. Try to just sit inside that for a back toucher.
Come between Nicky Brett's ball and the jack.
Something like this.
Here it comes. This is not going to be too far away. He doesn't want to take the jack though. And he's done just that.
He's been desperately unlucky there. He's changed his hand
1 red.
not to touch the jack away to the shot bowl, and he's managed to do it off the other hand. Won't believe his luck there. That was
Both players come to have a look at the head. As Brett draws 2, does he? Pulls back.
Sorry, 2 at all.
yeah, decision time for David now.
2 red.
2 good shots down. The draw is available. He might look to open things up.
Well, it looks like he's drawing, or is that sort of a halfway house?
Halfway house, as you call it. Just looking to reach in, promote his own, take the jack away.
Not far away, not far away. Might have saved one.
Yeah, looks like he saved one again. He's
One
been
rate.
mightily unlucky there. Could have got a better contact on his own, or even missed it and taken the jack clean through. Played 3 good bowls in this end, and
Gonna get nothing for it.
yeah, the rub of the green has not been his way
Yet.
yet. He has obviously 1 bowl left. Nick will still be drawing in, looking to get another close bowl. Cause David a few more problems. David will play
One
a
rate.
similar shot, to be honest. He was very, very close with his last one.
Yes, David, 2 seconds.
2 seconds, yeah.
So,
Bowl or jack. Gone quicker this time.
and narrower. Is he looking for the jack, or is he
Bowl
looking
or
for
jack?
the bowl? He's got
the shot.
jack.
Got the shot out of that. Even though it's a long, long way away, that green bowl will be the nearest and score the 1. Jack first, just clips the red, but that green bowl still rolling
One
there.
shot,
Only the
David
closest.
Gurley.
It'll be 1 green.
And it is 5 all after 6 ends. Some good play from both players, and they're having a little chat.
Set score is 5 all after 6 ends.
Yeah, quite often the players will have a little chat. Normally it's about the rink, what it's doing, what's it not doing, and what you expect it to do. Little chat, little smile. They both agree there's something about the rink out there, because obviously the jack got moved over. Just plays slightly different when the jack gets off centre.
Jack length at 1 metres.
95% of your practice bowls is trying to get to the middle of the rink, so when the jack's moved, it just changes all the lines.
Longest jack of the match so far. 31 metres.
Yeah, big tactical change from David. Drawing towards the end of this first set. Taking a little bit of a gamble, going longer. Perfect opening bowl.
What can Brett do here with his opener?
Looking to draw a close second. Just possible to drop round the green to win the shot.
Looks a bit strong.
Yeah, but we'll be happy, and it's a decent second and good position. Not always about getting the shot with your first couple of bowls. Sometimes it's about building the head, and that gives him chances later in the end. David obviously drawing in, would love just to turn the jack out of sight so they can't see it from the mat. Very close to this. Can he just turn the jack round?
It's just going to come between, isn't it?
Very good bowl.
Yeah.
2 green.
It goes back to what we were talking about yesterday. If you're dropping short, you don't give yourself any chances later on in the end.
Nick may well drive at this.
Yeah, he's gone for it.
Looking to take the 2 green bowls away.
On the forehand, he's on the money. And
perfect strike.
Yeah, and he'll lie as well, because
absolute perfect strike.
Right-hand green bowl.
Both David's bowls have disappeared. Jack's gone off the side of the rink. It'll be respotted. 2 red, but oceans and oceans of room to draw the shot. That's why we say some people will stick to the draw, but Nick tends to break the head up early. Great shot. Jogging after this. Look how wide that is. Great bowl. Pace is coming off now.
Needs to come off a bit more and work a bit more. It's doing just that. Look how much it moves horizontally in the last couple of feet.
Yeah, that's why he had to be so close to the sideboard. There, Nick doesn't have to go quite so wide. His bowl's not quite got such a big swing, as you can see. It's quite a margin there. Coming into the jack, is he the right side of it, or is it just going to drift away?
It's going to drift away.
Okay, slight problems here for David. He lays the shot. He'll want to draw another shot, but he won't want to put the 2 green bowls together because Nick could drive them out. David. On the other hand, Nick also could run the jack through for 3, so I would say David will try and draw the shot, and he'll try to get just beyond his own green bowl. So if it could finish anywhere between sort of 1 foot to 2 foot beyond the jack, it would be his perfect position. Won't want to drop short.
Here he goes again, right out to those advertising hoardings.
He doesn't like it, or does he?
Now it starts to come back.
Doesn't want to pair the 2 up.
He's going to do just that, isn't he? Well, he's almost put them Indian file.
That is a good bowl, but...
He wanted it the other side.
He did, he wanted it the other side. I am pretty sure Nick will attack this. 2 bowls out for 3 shots. Jack in the ditch for 3 shots. Just depends which one he fancies. Looks like backhand with weight. Timeout call. He knows how big this shot is. He's going to go forehand. Forehand with weight. Jack in the ditch or 2 bowls out.
Here it comes. This could be a big play in the first set.
2 bowls. 1 bowl. Looks 1 green. Obviously the angles we can't be sure. Yep. David's asking for 1.
1 shot, Nick Brett.
1 shot, Nick Brett.
1 shot, Nick Brett. Yeah, I told you the angles are very deceptive.
So Nick Brett takes a 6-5 lead. Well, if he managed to get the second green out, that could have been big damage. So Gourlay survives a little bit.
And yet again, David had probably, well, David had played the best end. His front 2 bowls were right on. Nick played a great drive. David played the best draw to the respot, but then Nick a great drive again to remove the shot.
So 2 ends of the first set remaining, and just as in Potters 7 weeks ago, it's very, very close between these 2.
Couldn't possibly get the same scoreline, could we? 7-6, wasn't it, the first set?
It was. 7-6 to Gourlay. In the last round, Nicky Brett accounted for the world champion in 2006. Now he's up against the world champion from 10 years before that, 1996. He, of course, the world champion from 2016.
That year, David was 100 to 1 shot. That was the first time he played the World Championships. And I believe he was 100 to 1. And he went through to win in 96.
Nice way to announce yourself.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh.
1 green.
What's the gap?
Almost very, very
The
good.
gap is 2.5 inches.
David lays shot 2.5 inches short. This one he would like to drop round his own green bowl, but again, head was down. He wasn't totally happy with that, but as we've seen sometimes this week, they've finished well. Clearly not quite centred this time. Big chance here for Nick. Obviously he'd be looking to draw the 1 shot, but if he has any pace on it at all and turns the jack, he'll lay 3. Homing in. Has he got the running? Has he got the legs?
I think that's going to die.
He'll be very disappointed
second
with
shot, how
that.
far past is that?
Just
Well, that's a
over
long
2
way
feet.
short, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with the 2 red bowls waiting, he'll be really disappointed with that one. That'll be David's target to try and cover those. Looks happier with this delivery.
Marching off down the rink after it.
Here comes the swing.
It's going to swing between his 2 green balls, isn't it? It is.
Oh, looks like that second
2
shot.
green.
2 green indeed.
And now the short bowls probably protect the drive. So Nick in a bit of trouble here. He's made his mind up what he's going to play. Looks very difficult. Probably going to reach down the backhand to try and turn David's last green. But oh, he's certainly gone forehand big. hoping to hit the front of the head and get a result.
Well, this is the last ball, and he's missed a lot, so real opportunity here for Gourlay.
He was looking to hit the front green bowl into the other green. Just missed his line by a bowl.
This could be a huge bowl if he can pick up 3 here, Gourlay.
Looks very interested in it.
He's going to give himself a real opportunity of getting a result from this first set. What's he going to do? Oh, has he knocked his third one away?
2 out. And we'll look at the third.
Okay.
Could be a measure this time. Both these guys are really good judge. Clearly a close measure.
This is really important, this. Sandra McLeish. Last day of duty with the WBT.
Very, very close. Not a lot in these two.
2 shots, David
It's a
Gourlay.
2. So, Gourlay leads 7-6, 1 end remaining.
Set score is 6-7 after 8 ends.
Huge end coming up right here.
Quite interesting if you said to a lot of players, would you rather be 7-6 up going into the last end but not having the last bowl, or would you rather be 6-7 down and having the last bowl? It's sort of a big toss-up, because obviously to have the last play in the end is a big thing within the match. Most players
And
would
your answer?
I think most players would probably take the 7-6 up, but to have last bowl has a big play in the end. I don't think all the players would answer the same. I think some would rather be 1 down but have the last bowl to play.
You?
I think I would prefer, I'd like the points on the board and be the 7-6 up. I know Nick's certainly a character that likes to have last bowl, likes to have the last say in the end. 2 great opening bowls from both players.
1 red. The gap in the red bowl is 4
Wins
inches.
the shot.
Gap in the green bowl is 5 inches.
Just rolls back. That's where that difference, if it had been 3 shots in the previous end, then Gourlay would have been in a really strong position.
Absolutely, it's always harder to get 2 or 3 shots on the last end. He's just under this. Again, a very good attempt. Both players deciding to look at this. So crucial, obviously, the last end of the first set. Is Nick going to slide in? I think he is. He doesn't want to touch the jack.
Oh.
Two
He
ends.
was what, an inch short of the jack?
Yeah, just got a little rub off his own bowl, which probably stopped him getting up to the jack. Drive time for David. Looking to split the 2 red bowls away.
How close is this? He's looking at it. He's looking at it. He's missed it. Is he going to get lucky?
He has.
He's got lucky. He's got lucky. He missed his intended target, but I think the jack has rolled onto his green. It has. Gourlay lies 1. And a little apology to Nick Brett there.
Yeah, absolutely. He missed the target. He was looking for the 2 red ones. But quite often in this game, sometimes a bit of fortune falls your way, and it certainly did there. I think Nick will probably be attacking now. He might even be looking for the edge of the wide green one to take the 2 green ones away, or a clean run. He could just flick the green bowl away.
Oh, he's got his red ball, hasn't he?
Got the shot. Lots of room.
Oh, I think he's going to come back to the respot, is it?
It was a good shot. He's gone to the respot. Could even be 2 red.
Could be.
I quite expect David Gourlay to draw the shot. It's just a case then of how close he gets to make up Nick's mind of what bowl to play with the last.
Well, this is his last delivery at the end.
And again, he needs to get as close to those advertising boards as he can, because his bowl will swing all the way back. Is he stopping?
Oh, I think he could be strong. Is it good enough? No.
One red.
It's one red, so a chance for Brett here to steal the first set.
Yeah, David will be cross with himself there. He's played brilliant draw bowls all game long, and that's the first one that he's just slightly overplayed. That's such a crucial time. Nick has a comfortable margin of room to draw a second shot and win the first set 8-7. Line's plenty good enough.
It's all about the weight. Here it comes now. And he's applauding. Yeah,
2 shots in the first set to Nick Brett.
And Brett wins the first set by 8 shots to 7. A very tight opening first set, as we thought, but the defending champion, the world champion, the world #1, has taken it by 8 shots to 7 against Scotland's David Gourlay. We're heading for a break. The second set is coming up straight after. Where the second set of semi-final #1 is about to get underway, and Nicky Brett in the red has taken the opener by 8 shots to 7. And well, David Gourlay now has no room for error. Has to win this second set to take us to a tie-break.
And it was a great set of bowls. I mean, obviously there was so much happening in virtually every end. Either player could have won this set. And very much looking forward to the second one.
Yeah, we talk about this sport being a game of sport of precision and millimetres. Well, there's an excellent opener from Nicky Brett, but go back to end 8, and David Gourlay scored 2. There was a measure.
Yes,
if he'd got 3, then it would have been a tie. He didn't, he got the 2. And Brett engineered a 2-shot win in the final end to take the set.
As you say, fine margins.
As it was in Potters.
And 2 great opening bowls again. Fantastic standard these boys are playing.
It is absolutely brilliant. How is that move like that? It's just taken the... it's almost glued to the red and rolled around it.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. You quite often see a bowl fall in or out, but you don't very often see a bowl actually literally roll round another one, and that's what happened there. Very unusual.
Well, if this rests on the front, it goes around the back.
What's the gap now?
The gap now is 1.5 inches.
There we go, the backhand.
That's what both players are smiling about, how David's bowl sort of looked like it was shot and then rolled all the way around the red one to virtually finish on the other side. Great attempt again.
That's going to work. It needs to die a bit. It needs to die a bit. Going to come up a little short.
Still a backhand draw for David. Any touch on the jack could make 2 or possibly even 3 shots. Very close to it last time.
Can he adjust the line and all the strength? This one I think is going to come under.
See, Dave's made 3 excellent bowls and just the wrong side of the shot bowl each time. As you say, minor adjustment needed. Puff of the cheeks there. He knows he's played 3 good bowls, but Nick's still laying the shot. Full of confidence at the moment, Nick. Quite rightly so. He's dropped this one a touch short, though.
It's coming into the top of the screen.
Small chance here. Positive draw, just turn the jack round the corner.
I don't think this one got enough, has it? This is under.
Two rubs.
One shot, Nick Brett.
One to Nick.
Brett was thinking maybe that one will grab something and roll around the front, but certainly doesn't. And Brett takes the opening end.
At length 29.5 metres.
Another good opener, Nicky Brett.
He has nearly got to the stage now. Both these players are playing so well. What we would normally class as a really good bowl a foot away, we're just sort of looking at it as the norm these days. And both these players, if they're not drawing right on, we feel they're fantastic play. Really is the highest standard, this game. Nick again on the great line. Has he adjusted the weight?
Looks like it.
Of course he has. Look at that. 3 excellent bowls. Just gets better and better each bowl. Just enough room left for David to draw the shot.
Well, this would be remarkable if he manages to stick this one on in between Brett's last delivery and the jack.
He's gone for a little trail. He's put a yard or 2 of pace on. Fantastic stuff. What a game this is.
4 quality deliveries from Brett and Gourlay.
Nick trying something different now as well. He's just dropped under the line, looking to rest Gourlay's last bowl. He's just
wide
on the wrong side of it.
2 green.
Forehand drive for Nick. 2 down. Doesn't want to drop 2.
In the area. Oh, gets the touch off the.
Yeah, looked like he was getting
First,
a good result there. Jack into the ditch, but I think the jack's gone off the side of the ring. So with a respot, I'm pretty sure it's green. And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of room for David to add a second shot. So what looked like being a good result was turned into not such a good result.
Always the danger when you play the running ball with your last delivery. It needs to be a perfect result, otherwise you've got no chance to come back. And he draws 2.
2 shots, David Gurley.
Set score is 1-2 after 2 ends.
So Gourlay in front after the second end. 2 shots to 1.
Jump length 30 metres.
Like you say, Greg, we were so used to like those opening 4 deliveries in the last end. That one just a little shy, and you're almost a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, and yet it is a good bowl,
Yeah.
but the standard of the match is so high. We just know that there's going to be 2, 3, 4 bowls inside that.
Starting with this one. Yeah, of course, it's all relative to the standard that these guys are setting.
Conrad.
For number 1 shot.
It's excellent again. Now, what does David want
Very
to happen
confident,
here?
very confident on the draw, just looking to draw the shot. As long as he doesn't get the gap, he's got
No, he's got it.
a good result.
That is what he wanted.
Perfect bowl.
Now, Brett onto the forehand.
Using weight.
He missed it.
Yeah, by quite a margin really, because he wasn't aiming for the wide one, he was aiming for the jack or the shot bowl.
And he went outside the second, didn't he?
Yeah,
Two
really
green.
disappointed with that one. Dave probably swapped to the forehand now, drawing in.
Nicky, could you see
Again, he'd like just to turn the jack out of sight. Nick's shown his intentions to use weight, so
You just try and minimise the target.
has he pushed it? Has he sent it? He's looking intently. Any touch on the jack?
It's not there. It's not there. Just needed a little bit more on it.
Nick played the forehand runner with his third bowl. I can't see him changing with the fourth. He'll just bring it in a margin. Looking for the jack through the ditch for 1.
Seemed a bit more measured.
Yeah, having said that, he's decided that wasn't the right play last time.
Seems a bit strong though. He could have got caught between two stalls.
Yeah, it just played that a little bit more control, but still pushed it out too wide.
2 shots, David Gurley.
And Gourlay
2 rare misses from Nick Brett.
now takes another double, leads 4-1.
Score is 1-4 after 3 ends.
And that's the largest lead that either player has had in this match so far. 3 shots. Again, set up by that lovely ball that trailed the jack through.
Jack length 31 metres.
Be interesting to see Nicky Brett plays his next running delivery. If he comes too narrow. What can you say? It's another excellent delivery.
Standard is unbelievable in this game, really is. I think the marker might run out of chalk spray. Often he's having to use it.
This one's not going to be too far away either. Just a little shy.
Gap's 1.5 inches.
David draws this one in. We might see Nick Brett's next running bowl. Pretty sure we will. 2 touches from David. This will be forehand drive, more weight, more direct.
Gonna have to come back. He's gonna have to come back.
Some would say wide, but by the smallest possible margin. I think everybody thought that was going to get just a little click on that and alter the head.
That's 3 consecutive misses now on the running.
Oh, a bit harsh to call that a miss. But it was a miss, but a bit harsh.
You can't, it's,
1 millimetre.
it's harsh to put it with the other 2.
Correct, correct. The other 2 I would class as a miss. That one, a millimetre. You can. Dave now probably going to run for cover. Pop down to the head to have a look at the angles to see where the jack's going to land if Nick makes contact with his 3rd bowl.
Well, he's going for the left respot, isn't he?
Looks that way. Played that extremely well. That's waiting perfectly for the respot.
Here we go again.
Nick going again.
Looks like he set it off narrower, and I think he's going to miss the other side now.
This is very unusual. That's 4 runners in a trot that Nick has missed. 2 on this end, 2 on the previous end.
Is that a miss?
That is a miss. That definitely qualifies as a miss. Dave has the cover bowl in now, so he can concentrate on trying to draw a 3rd shot. Nick's in big trouble this end. 2, possibly 3. Is this one going to come in? 2, possibly 3 down. No position.
That falls back. You've got to say that's 3.
3 red. 3 green.
But the thing is now Nick could drive, he could hit the target perfectly and still drop 3, if not 4, at the back of the green. Probably only got the impossible draw on.
On the forehand.
Let's see what he decides to play.
He's going again, isn't he?
He's playing a little bit more controlled this time.
I think he set it out too far.
He's played more control, so it should swing more. Looking to catch the bolt first and follow through.
He set it out too far.
We're getting good at this.
3 shots, David Gurley.
Brilliant from Dave Gourlay. 3 misses from Nick Brett. Unheard of.
Set score is 1-7 after 4 ends.
7-1. perfect start to this second set from David Gourlay. This would be some comeback.
Yes, absolutely. That, but to be fair, David's been drawing so well.
Jack length, 25 and a
Just
half
took a
metres.
miss, and then he's in.
But it's almost slightly roles reversed now, Nicky Brett. He's being put under pressure by his little misses.
Yep, absolutely. David bang on the money again. Great opening bowl. Really looking very confident in this second set, David, now.
There's nothing wrong, is there, with Nick's draws at all? They're very good. Gourlay just a little bit better at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment you feel like David literally has that bowl on a piece of string, and he's just pretty much putting them exactly where he wants them, bowl after bowl. Here comes another one.
You look at the last end, 2 on the jack, then he thinks I want to cover the spot, sticks one on the spot, and he's got a 4th one, I'll stick it on the jack again. He does just that. It's incredible stuff.
Absolutely, and he's two cracking shots on again. It looked like he's narrowed the line, so he's playing a little bit positive to this, looking for the bowl or jack.
It's under.
Going to swing away. Probably would suggest David will now bowl down to split the 2 red bowls. He lays 2 good ones. Doesn't want Nick to trail the jack for a 3. These players are quick. I think players have got quicker and quicker in these games.
Well, he hasn't given it enough, has he? Or is he coming in around the back? Or he's stopping the trail?
And another shot. Brave play.
Having another go.
Yep, looking for the jack.
One of these has got to come off. This one's in the area. Going to hit the top green bowl. He's run the jack onto those 2 green, hasn't he?
Yeah, certainly looks too green. He's got the shot bowl.
2 green.
He's got just a little touch on the green, and it's nestled perfectly in between the 2 greens.
What does Gourlay do here? Put up a guard?
Would be a good call, to be honest. Pretty sure Nick's going to attack with his last.
He wants it to move. He set it too wide, hasn't he?
Now they swing back right at the death, but yeah, no, you are right, he was too wide. This one, I would imagine, will be a forehand runner. Looking into the jack, backhand runner, looking into the jack, push the 2 green.
Missed it. He's going to get lucky, is he? Oh, he's... Wow, hold on, the jack moved, didn't it? Watch the jack here. It looks like it's 1 red, but then it squeezes out.
1 shot, David Gourlay.
Yeah, that would have been a bit cruel had Nick picked shot out of that because he was wide. Got a friendly edge back into the head.
Is 1-8
And his
after
running
5
shots are not firing at all, are they?
I must admit, it's unusual to see Nick miss so many of his running bowls.
Jack length,
Looks a
31
bit
metres.
perplexed, doesn't he?
Yes, he's just starting to wonder what's going on in this set. And it's just literally the pressure David's putting on. His first bowl is bang on the jack, and then his second bowl's bang on the jack. Then he's going for cover. David's playing the perfect set of bowls here.
It's almost how you have to play when you lead off in the set, isn't it?
And it's almost how you have to play to beat Nicky Brett at the
He's
moment.
done it again.
Brilliant, brilliant bowling.
25.5 metres the last end, 31 metres this end, and the first bowl exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm going to say you'll struggle to beat a better set of bowls than David's played in this set so far. He's been absolutely inch perfect with almost every bowl.
And to be fair to Nicky, his responses have been excellent, just like this one here.
Yep.
I mean, you run out of superlatives for these 2 guys at the moment because they are playing
the shot,
exquisite bowls.
Correct, and Nick won't have given up on this set yet. He'll still believe he could score a couple this end, and just enough end left to pull it back.
Well, he needs to score a couple here at least, doesn't he?
David is not going to give him a lot of room, if any.
1 red.
You just can't begin to explain to people that haven't played the sport how difficult this is and how unbelievably talented these two guys are right now.
And absolutely, and those that do play will be watching in awe.
Yeah,
really
and even
will.
those that understand will be even more in awe. It is bowls of the highest order.
Fantastic stuff.
Last ball is 4 inches.
David just be looking for the same draw. No need to correct anything.
Well, he wants a bit more from it. Is this an error? A relative error. It's all relative. Needs to work a little bit. Corley's last delivery then of this 6th end.
Jogging after it, sign that he likes it.
Stop and stare. It's going to have to work. It needs to work. It needs to work. It's working. It's working. It doesn't work quite enough.
Yeah, quite an interesting position here. Because of the scores at 8-1, Nick might look to take the 3 green bowls out to count 3. He lays 1, might elect to draw 2, but sometimes players look at a positive shot.
Yep, here it comes.
Looking to remove all 3 green bowls to lay 3 shots.
It's Monte Carlo or bust here, I'm afraid, for Nicky Brett. Oh, he squeezed it
bust.
outside, and it's going to be 1 green.
It was only the scores on the board that dictated that shot. Took the gamble, and it's all gone wrong.
1 shot, David Gurley.
It is bust, I'm afraid. Nicky Brett, but like you say, he had to give it a bash.
Worth a go. If he got the green ones, it was 3 shots, and he was edging back into the set. Gone wrong, and set virtually away.
Well, if Gourlay scores 1 here, it is all over. We are going to a tie-break because he leads by 8. If he scores 1, it's 9. There's only a possible 8 shots for Brett to win.
You get to this stage of a set and both players virtually know that the set's over, so they'll both be thinking towards the tie-break ends now.
It's like clockwork. I didn't touch the jack this time.
No. Oh dear, Dave.
He's a little off, isn't he?
Yeah, perhaps be having a little word with himself. But sometimes I think perhaps because the pressure is just released because he's virtually over the line in this 2nd set, that might be why he's a few inches away from the jack rather than right on top.
Well, it's been such an absorbing match. It's one of those ones where whoever loses can feel a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, obviously the tie-break ends are going to be the crucial ones now. And I think, you know, quite rightly, Nick just done enough to win the first. David has been absolutely unbelievably good in this 2nd set. Quite rightly is going to win this.
2 red.
2 red at the moment. David obviously just needs 1 good bowl this end to settle things.
Well, Nicky won the opening end. David's won every other end since.
And as you say, Nick's not played badly. David has just played that well. Is he going to come up? No, he's gone on walkabouts this end. He's gone a little bit loose. A little glimmer of hope here for Nick. Nick knows he needs to get all of these bowls in to really get any chance of a sniff. Doesn't look overly struck with that one, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a counter.
It is.
2 reds.
2 red, obviously just pulled up the bowl short of counting. Pretty sure the way David's been playing, he'll draw a shot here. It's been a touch loose in this end compared to his own standard, but one good bowl here.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, it's a little strong.
Touch strong, but second bowl, plenty good enough when you're 9-1 up.
That looks a bit wide, but it's starting to work. Here it comes. Here it comes. Lovely last delivery.
3 shots, Nick Brent.
3 to Nicky Brett. He still trails by 5 though, with 2 ends remaining.
Set score is 4-9 after 7 ends.
Yeah, that 3 came out of nowhere, really. Yeah, just sort of took his foot off the gas a little bit. He'll definitely be concentrating back on this end.
Just makes it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of spice back into the set. We were thinking it was over, done and dusted, but
Track ends 28.5 metres.
to be fair, Nick played the same as he'd been playing. David just was a little bit looser in that end.
And round the back. Onto the backhand for Gourlay. Here it comes. This looks absolutely spot on. It is.
Great bowl, just moves the jack a little bit closer to his back one.
It's close, David, from the second.
No, how far short is
Sorry, how far short? Your ball?
No.
Short ball, 1.5 inches.
1.5 inches to draw the shot. Be very happy with a good second though, this end.
Just needs 1 shot.
How's this one?
Starting to work.
How's this one? How's this one? Is that good enough for you?
No. Excellent stuff from Gourlay. He had an end off, but he's back on form. Amazing that 1 inch and a bit to work with from 28.5 metres.
A little searching bowl here from Nick. Looking to push the red bowl onto the green to get the green one out.
Oh, he's removed his aim.
Probably 1 inch away from getting that perfect. Just wanted to get his own bowl solid and the green one would have disappeared. Got the very edge and just clipped his own bowl away. Scores on the board, he had to try that. Tried to make another 3. David will just be looking to draw close, get another one in. Stop any chances of a count. In she comes. Not close enough. We think so. We think so. Back on form.
Yeah, last delivery from Brett, and he needs to make something happen here. Gourlay still have 1 delivery to come.
Yep, similar to his third. Backhand with weight, looking to take the 2 green bowls out and sit for shot.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Yes!
Great shot. Got the jack solid. Followed through. He'd got a red bowl waiting. Lays 2.
2 red.
His runners are back working with him.
Gourlay, though, with a chance to take the set, though. He'll burn a timeout here.
I think he might burn down the rink as well, to be honest with you.
David has 3
Straight through the middle. Jack in the ditch. He's asking if he's got 2/3. Just in case he removes 1. He doesn't want to drop 3. I think he'll be burning down the middle. Jack in the ditch, 1 red bowl out. Doesn't look a straightforward draw available. Chose backhand, so I think he has found himself a draw. If it was a drive, it would have been forehand, so he's opted for the draw.
Well, this is for the set. If he can lie shot with this, he'll win it 10-4. Here it comes.
Needs to miss everything. And
Here
drop in at the end.
Oh, it's not going to.
It's a bit of an impossible draw.
Is it 2?
2 shots, Nick Brett.
It is. So Nicky Brett picks up 5 shots in ends 7 and 8. We're going to a 9th and final end, but Brett requires 3 to win the match.
He's done very well from 9-1 to get himself in this position to stand a chance to tie the second set and win the match. Great conversion shot there with David. Had 2 back touches on. Hit the target, squeezed the jack away.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Always difficult to get a 3 on the last end when you're looking for it, but the way the set's been from 9-1 to 9-6, if he could lay a good couple, the pressure would certainly be on Dave here. Dave knows that, desperate to get a good first bowl in. Certainly no problem with the line.
What's the weight?
Another good bowl in here from Nick, and the pressure is starting to build on this last end. Doesn't want to make a target. Needs to get past his own, doesn't want to make a target.
Oh, it's wide target now, isn't it? It's almost 2.5 bowls wide because of the gap in the middle.
And Nick's very unhappy with that. He needed to pass his own bowl for 2 great shots. I've known times David would drive straight down at this, but he looks like he's shaping up for a draw.
Oh, I think he's...
No, he's gone. Quite right. Good target to hit.
Going to be near.
That'll do.
Well, that
is enough.
Is enough, isn't it? Because it's very difficult for Brett to score a 3 here because 2 of his bowls are out of the equation. Unless, of course, he can remove that 1 green bowl you can see to the right of screen.
No, it's obviously David's got 2 bowls as well, so that's pretty much done. That's why Nick was disappointed with his second. He knew if it got past, he'd laid 2 great shots with no target. Nick trying the impossible. He's trying to take
the green bowl out.
The green bowl out.
Oh no, he's a...
I think he was actually trying to promote his bowls, which he's done a little bit to give himself a chance, but all David's got to do is beat the bowl now rolling over and over in your screen. He hasn't worrying about getting the shot. He's just got to beat that bowl. And it'll be impossible then for Nick to score 3 that he needs. So David as wide as he possibly can go. Not desperate to get the shot. If he gets shot, that's a bonus. That's absolutely fine. Impossible for Nick to make 3.
And he's conceded the end and the set.
Not only has he conceded, he's played that one left-handed.
There you go. Well,
2 shots to Nick Brett, second set to David Gourlay, match tiebreak.
so Gourlay takes the second set by 9 shots to 8. And we go to a tie-break. I think Gourlay has just popped off for a call of Mother Nature, and we'll have a chance to discuss the opening 2 sets, Greg, and well, it's been a game of the highest quality.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the shot play and the draw play in the first set was incredible, and quite rightly, I think Nick deserved that. But David's draw play in this second set has been unbelievable. I know Nick's got back to 8-9, but basically David's been controlling the ends and just keeping the scores down just to do enough to win. So these 3 or possibly 3 tie-break ends now.
Nick has won the toss and given the jack to David
I think
in the first end.
Whoever gets in tight with their first bowl will be in control.
Well, you're interesting. We were talking about would you rather go first or last in the end, and you can just see then that Nick Brett gave the jack to David Gourlay.
In this situation, 9 times out of 10 or more than that, to be honest, the player that wins the toss will always give the jack away to have last bowl. It's only in odd games where you dominate on one particular length that you keep the jack to keep your length, but 9 times out of 10 in tie-break ends, you want to have the last bowl.
Yeah, because again, it's not about shots here, it's just about lying shot, as it were. It doesn't matter if you win it by 3 or by 1, you just have to have the closest shot.
Correct, just looking to win 2 ends.
Nice opener. Very little separate these 2
Gap's
potters.
10 inches.
And there's very little to separate them here.
Looking good. Looking very good, yeah. It's ready in the end.
Not enough, did he just say?
That's exactly what he said, not good enough. So he knows how high a standard this game is. Even though he's drawn the shot, he's already told himself that's not good enough to win the end.
And this is why, perhaps. Oh no, just a little under.
One green. Your ball is 8
So
inches.
David lays the shot, he's got the back position. He now needs one right on top of the jack to be really in control of this end. And he knows that.
Yeah, if you're wondering what Nicky Brett's doing, he's looking at a TV screen just to the side, which has the head on the screen so he can see what's happening.
Now all game long, both players have been drawing it inside this distance for fun. Bit of extra pressure. Tie-break end. Looking to win the first of the semi-finals to make the final later this evening. Needs to hold on, is looking for it to hold on. Has he got the jack?
He has, he has.
One red.
So Nick lays the shot to win the first tiebreak end. Looks to me David just has a forehand draw available. I can't see anything else.
3 timeouts remaining.
He could afford just to reach, turn the jack back to his own bowl.
Coming in from the left-hand side as we look down on the head.
He'll just be looking to draw up to it. If he touches the jack, it'll be a bonus. As we said, you only need the one shot.
He's marching off.
He certainly is.
Down the rink. Looks a bit narrow to me.
Can he get a slide? Can he get a
does.
slide?
Oh,
Can he get 2 slides?
Wow, my word. David Gourlay with a bit of slice. A huge slice of luck.
Yeah, obviously the pace was very, very good, but he knows he was under the line. Got a slide off the front one, then a slide off the jack, and he's probably finished absolutely perfect. And left Nick nothing. Slide off the front,
4 timeouts remaining.
slide off the jack, and then the perfect finish. Going to sit bang in front. Nick has no back position. 99 times out of 100, that will win the end. Can Nick conjure up a magic moment to win the shot?
Does he come on the backhand or does he come around on the forehand?
Well, to be honest, I mean, obviously we haven't had a good look at the angles, but he doesn't look like he's got anything other than an absolute perfect draw.
That's the backhand. Oh,
he's played a weight shot, so he's obviously looked and trying to plant one of his own bowls into the head, but that didn't look. Yeah, he was looking to plant his own red bowl onto the shot bowl, but
first end, David Gourlay.
That wasn't a percentage shot, was it? But he had very little option. Gourlay with a huge slice of luck. Sorry, mate, says David, but he'll take it.
Yeah, you say sorry, but realistically, you're thinking, well, I haven't happened against me, so I'm going to take them when they happen for me. Both players know that. Sometimes it's not the luck within the game, it's the actual timing of the luck which is crucial. And obviously on a tie-break end, very crucial time.
And slightly different from set play, you alternate with the jack.
Yes, obviously you win the toss, you get the choice on the first and third end. And then the opponent gets the choice on the second end, so David's obviously elected to put Nick in first, which means whatever happens, David have last bowl at this end to win the match and go forward to the final.
Well, the defending champion, the world #1, under all sorts of pressure now. And he opens with a good delivery, at least he gets it jack high. Was the problem he had in the first end of this tiebreak. He had no back bowl. Coming up short with the first couple.
And just overplayed, I think. Chance for David here. Not be worrying about position at this stage, he'll just be looking to draw the shot. As you say, marching after it again. Normally a good sign that he likes it.
He wants it to stay out. That's good enough.
Very good. A little touch on the jack as well. Nick swapping to the forehand, looks a little bit more attractive down that side because he's got the bowl to rest as well as the dead draw. Has he pushed it? Has he pushed it too much?
I think it's too wide, isn't it?
It certainly is. He's going to have one bowl left to save his championship.
1 green.
And I think David will just stick to the backhand, try and draw another one in. If he just slips past the jack to the back red bowls, it will not be a bad position. Backhand draw, close as you can. All the pressure will be on Nick Brett.
Here it comes.
That's a good position. So Nick Brett, the defending champion, has one bowl to stay alive. Okay, it's forehand. Forehand draw it is. Looking to rest the Gourlay bowl to save the championship.
Here
Coming
it comes.
in.
I think it's too much. He's got too much on it, and it's all over for
One
Nicky
shot
Brett.
set in the match to David Gourlay.
David Gourlay goes through to the final. He's beaten Nicky Brett in the tiebreak. He's reversed the result from Potters 7 weeks ago. The world #1, the defending champion, is out. David Gourlay has won it by 2-1. We're heading for a break. We'll get reaction afterwards.
box with one. Let's meet the players through our MC, Richard Madison.
Well, thank you very much, George. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring your players on for the second semi-final. This gentleman received the European Qualifier of the Year award. He's world ranked at number 17 from England, Jamie Chesney. And up against him, ladies and gentlemen, he's a Scottish bowls legend, 6 times world indoor singles champion, world ranked at number 3. It's Scotland's very own Alex Marshall, MBE.
So it's Alex Marshall, the 6-time world champion from Scotland, up against Jamie Chesney of England. And alongside me in the commentary box is Alex's semi-final opponent, Andy Thompson. And Andy, close game yesterday for you against Alex, although you came out on the wrong side of the result.
Yeah, it's just one of these unfortunate ones. I mean, I think Alex played really well, played big bowls when he needed to play big bowls, and that's the difference. And I think it's been the difference all week. It really is just about who plays the biggest bowls, and I think David Gourley and Nicky Brett summed it up there. This is still hard to call because Jamie's been playing really well.
That's a good start from Jamie Chesney. What you can expect here is a very quick game from Jamie Chesney. And a bit of contrast to Tatty, who perhaps, well, I guess everybody plays slower than Jamie, apart from possibly Nicky Brett.
Yes, I'd agree. Jamie against Nicky Brett, that would have been a quick final. But yeah, Alex, obviously the man to beat at most of the tournaments. But, Jamie's proved he's got himself into the top 16, so he's slightly more relaxed.
The one thing that Jamie can't do is what happened to you yesterday, is have a poor start. You were really struggling for the first 5 or 6 ends, weren't you?
Yes, I did. And obviously, you know, you just don't want to give your opponent a little bit of confidence, a little bit getting into the game. So Jamie started well here, but he doesn't want, you know, if Alex gets a 5 or a 6 shot lead, it's hard to claw that back.
Alex's event, Alex Marshall. He's lost the last 2 finals, but he won it 3 years ago. So he's used to going deep into the tournament at the International Open.
Yeah, he's played well on this carpet, Alex. Close here. He draws the winner.
Lovely shot from Marshall.
All right.
Beat Stuart Anderson, did Alex Marshall in the second round, 6-6, 7-6. That was a tight clash. Beat Ben Twist of Australia in the first round, 7-5, 11-3. Has Chesney taken the jack? Not quite.
Still one down, but got more room now. Got about 18 inches with his final delivery. Here's Jamie's third ball, just slicing the jack.
20 inches.
Here it comes, the penultimate delivery from Marshall, and it's a good one. I just ran out of steam a little bit. We talked about Alex Marshall's route to the semi-final. Jamie Chesney beat local favourite Mark Dawes, 11-4, 6-11, 2-0. Beat Paul Foster in round 2, 6-6, 9-7. And that result, I think, has put pay to Paul's number 2 world ranking, hasn't it? I think Alex will leapfrog his good friend.
Yeah, I think so. I think Alex is now going to be provisional. Well, not provisionally. I think Alex next year will be world number 2. I think Nicky Brett will be world number 1. But Jamie will be disappointed with that final delivery. This is a chance for Alex to open with a 3, and we talked about my start yesterday, and all of a sudden Jamie's going to be under pressure. Two feet, you'd expect Alex to draw this.
He's staring after it intently. Here it comes. It can get round that first green bowl. It does. And it's 3. It's the perfect start for
3 shots, Alec Marshall.
world champion. Jamie Chesney has to regroup quickly. He's got 8 ends in which to try and claw it back.
Well, both players will actually be involved in the international series next week in Llanelli. In the Scotland-England clash next Saturday, both players are actually playing against each other. Both skipped for the respective countries and they've been drawn to play each other, so a little bit of a game before they play.
Well, Alex has settled in very nicely, hasn't he?
Certainly has. Slightly different tactics here from Alex. I know yesterday played me on the longer length, but I think he'll be playing Jamie on the shorter.
That's better. Marshall just a shade short with his second delivery. Green ball coming back a long way.
Certainly is. Well, it's in the draw line, so this may force Alex to having to play weight here.
The gap is 11 inches.
Nothing easy. I think there's definitely going to have to be weight for Alex.
My red one short of Jack High on this side?
It's a fraction short. It's practically Jack High.
Oh, sticking to the draw, this looks difficult.
It's going to have to move an awfully long way, isn't it? Can't see that coming back from there. It's giving a good go, though. It's giving a good go. Oh, that is super stuff from Alex Marshall.
Great ball. I'm not quite sure if he's got the shot.
Slightly favour you, Jamie. It's close, but I do slightly favour you.
Well, I think I picked up that Sandra slightly favours the green. I don't think Jamie can go near this. Anything behind the head will be good.
Just the skill, though, from Alex Marshall to come round that front green ball. Well, hold on, Jamie Chesney's going to try and make Sandra's job a lot easier.
Oh, well played, Jamie. Oh, moved the jack. Didn't move enough. Alex asking Sandra, who's lying?
This one's definitely the shot, Alec. I do favour 2, but it is close with the second.
So, great third delivery from Chesney. Where's Alex going here?
Well, same ball as Jamie, I think, trying the perfect draw. It looks on the high side.
Yeah, it's going to have to come a long ways between that red ball and green. It's the wrong side of the red. So, what does Jamie do here?
I don't think he should. If he's lying 2, I do not think he could add another. So I think I wouldn't be playing the final delivery. Alex is saying go on and play it. I don't think he is.
Well, he's not going to play it, and I think we're measuring, aren't we?
Certainly are. Good luck on the measure. That's a tight one. Trying to squeeze the calipers through there. It's Francis.
And he comes. Looks like 2, doesn't it?
Well, the back one is definitely, and I'm not sure about the front one. I think the back one could be removed because I think that's definitely 1.
Make his life easier measuring this.
Moving the green ball there actually in the measure.
2.
Yes, 2 it was. Yeah. Sandra did call that she favoured 2.
Good vision.
2 shots, Jamie Chesney.
And Sandra Cleash.
Set scores.
And a great response from Jamie Chesney, having dropped 3 in the opening end.
Certainly was. Just exactly what he needed. Well, we see Sandra McLeish on the screen there on the right hand side. This is Sandra's last day as an umpire for the World Bowls Tour. Thank you, Sandra, for everything you've done on behalf of all the players. Done a grand job over the last number of years. You'll be sadly missed.
Had a little emotional moment before we got underway today. A little presentation. Bottle of champagne and some flowers, and they meanly made him try and make a speech. He was so emotional.
Oh dear. I didn't actually catch that one. I was obviously still having my breakfast.
Yeah, but certainly always been a cheery face.
Yes, she always has been. I've always enjoyed her company after games and chatting away, so I certainly miss that.
This looks decent from Chesney. Oh, it just runs out of steam.
Yeah, once the ball gets into the centre of the rink, it tends to slow
The
it
gap,
down
16
slightly.
inches.
So Jamie just needs to adjust slightly in this direction. Opening balls, so important to build the head.
And all 4 of them are going to be short.
That's another. Too bad that.
2 red.
Jamie changing his hand to the forehand. Still room to draw this. Are you running, Jamie?
Well, wide enough, but not enough legs.
Oh dear.
Well, everyone's struggling.
Yes, all the balls. I mean, nothing really very close. It looks now it's backhand back to the backhand, I think, for Jamie. There is a path here. Just to pick his weight, just to add a yard on his previous deliveries.
Well, that's the hard thing, isn't it? Putting just a yard on and not 2.
Over adjusting, basically.
Here it comes.
His line looks fine.
Well, if it dies as quickly as the other ones have died, then it's going to be okay.
It's a great ball. Great ball.
One green.
Alex is looking at the forehand here. I think he's looking at perhaps putting a green ball and removing the green ball onto the taking the short ball off, using one of Jamie's balls to take the ball out. No, he's not playing that. He's playing it on the back.
Here we go. With pace. Here it comes. Has he found the gap? You can't believe that. You cannot believe that.
One shot, Jamie
That's
Chesney.
an impossible gap to find, isn't it?
It was. I mean, he needed a corner of that ball to take the ball out.
3 after 3 ends.
The weirdness of sport, eh? If you're playing golf and you had a tree in front of you and you hit it, you'd be sure to hit every branch in it.
Exactly. It was just almost impossible to miss a ball. He finds the gap. Well, Jamie will be happy with his final delivery there.
And he's got himself back on level terms, so it's been an excellent last 2 ends for Jamie Chesney.
Fuller length.
Originally from Norfolk, Jamie, now residing down in Newton Abbot.
Yes, got married last year to Natalie Melmore, obviously now Natalie Chesney. Top English ladies player. Both players just dropping a little bit short.
How far's my bowl, please, Sam?
3.5 feet.
Yes, bigger crowd in today. I mean, a possibility that the carpet is just a little bit slower.
As it warms up?
Yes, I mean, I've not actually been onto the green this morning, so I'm not quite sure how the pace is, but normally with a bigger crowd it would run faster.
That's better. Alex just pulling out and then resetting.
Yeah, I think there has been occasional movement from the crowd this week, so I think the umpires are quite sympathetic. Stop the clock.
Oh, just gets a little helping hand from that first red ball, but still just a little short. Here it comes.
It's a good ball, good waiting ball.
Jimmy's ball past Jack Kai. Sandra, please.
1.5 inches past.
Just going to use that as a target to maybe rest up against.
Yeah, just a draw on the forehand. This is big swinging hand, this.
Looks a better pace, but it's too hard, in fact. Too high and disappears past intended target.
To green.
Here comes the last delivery from Chesney. Needs to work, needs to work, needs to work. It is working.
Oh, that's a great ball. This has given Alex a major problem here. The path is blocked out for the draw. I think Alex was looking at the plant there. Is there any danger? What happens? I think he's looking at that short plant. Don't know if that's doing anything. This is not easy.
Was it 2 or 3? It's hard to say what shot is lying third. From that angle.
He's playing this with weight, so maybe the short plant, but
Too wide.
Doesn't like it.
No, too wide. And we've seen a number of players struggling with the weighted delivery today. Nikki Brett in the first semi-final. And how many is here. 2.
2 balls out.
3 shots, Jamie Chesney.
3 shots, Jamie Chesney.
Set score is 3-6 after 4 ends.
Oh, 3 shots, Jamie Chesney, was it?
Again, I didn't, yes. Obviously 3.
So, Jamie Chesney, having dropped 3 in the first end, has come back brilliantly.
Certainly has. Made a good recovery.
Having said that, he's taken advantage of Alex Marshall struggling with the pace.
Yeah, both players' opening deliveries have been a little bit short, but big last ball from Jamie in the previous end.
He's adjusted quicker, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
Here comes another opener that is going to be spot on the money.
Already, he's turned his back on this one.
Yep, solid delivery. Starts to work now. Starts, that's better. Much better.
Drawn. Very good ball from Alex. Good recovery. It was starting to look awkward.
Yeah, he needed to get a shot in there to help him build a presence in this head. I think this one is going to drop short from Jamie.
2.5 inches.
Jamie's one behind.
5 inches past Jack High, and the gap is 7 inches.
Looks a safer shot in the backhand. Rest the nearest green ball. Count 2.
Turns away in disgust as it drops under. Strange, isn't it?
Yes, both players just guilty of too many short balls, really.
So, last delivery from Chesney. Does he go to the forehand?
Well, the forehand looks to be blocked out, so I think this is just a backhand draw. Probably got about 3 or 4 inches to draw this. His line is very good. How's the pace?
Needs to die, needs to die, needs to die.
Great ball, Jamie. Wonderful ball.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
1 green.
Here's the final ball from Jamie Chesney. 3 or 4 inches to draw. Draws a perfect shot.
That is as he would have wanted it.
Couldn't have asked for that any better. Alex surveying the head here. I don't think he's going to like what he sees. This is very, very difficult to get out of. How does he score the shot?
Alec has 4 timeouts remaining.
Takes his first time out. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
I think it's just a backhand draw to play the perfect ball. I cannot see any other result. Just be trying to draw this.
So a little look up at the head. Here it comes. It's not too far away, but it's going to be under, isn't it?
Yes, always under.
One shot, Jamie Chesney.
Difficult shot at Alex's face there. Once again, Jamie Chesney is the man in charge.
Set score is 3-7 after 5 ends.
Chesney needs 7-3. 4 ends remaining in the first set.
Jackling 31 metres.
So Alex Marshall scored 3 in the first end. Since then, hasn't troubled the scorers.
No, he hasn't. Hasn't looked as comfortable today, Alex. Jamie plays this fuller length well. Slightly narrower bias both than Alex. Just gives him an advantage on the fuller length.
Jack level, Sandra.
Very slightly short, 1/4 of an inch.
Coming back a long way.
Good try, always on the high side. It's a good try. Builds ahead.
Chesney's already gone.
You've got to be quick on the camera work today. Good again.
Yeah, very good.
That'll look inviting for Alex, I think. I wouldn't be surprised to see him just pushing through this a little bit. It's a nice target for an attacking player.
Here he comes. Well, this is going to move. This is going to move. This isn't going to hit the target.
No, certainly not. We'll be disappointed with that one. That's a good weighting ball, but you would expect it to have hit that target. Jamie's in a hurry. It's good here. Second ball coming in now.
The thing is, when you're playing well and you play quickly and your opponent's off, it doesn't give your opponent a chance just to regroup. He's constantly under pressure.
He is, and that's what Jamie's actually doing, adding a lot of pressure. But once again, it's the same target. I would definitely expect Alex to hit this.
Well, it's bigger now because he's filled the gap in the middle. And this is going to hit the target. What's the result going to be?
Not great. He got the target, but still one down. Not a lot of thought needed for Jamie there. Quite simply, a nice draw. Get another close ball in.
Because the only thing you can do as the opponent who's under pressure from a quick player is try and use up your shot clock, but then you also put yourself under a little bit of pressure there because you know the clock's ticking down.
Exactly. I mean, because of the shot clock, it's a tactic. Obviously, slowing the game down, they can't use. Certain games that we play domestically, obviously we could slow games down, we could try different tactics, but at the moment Jamie's so quick that he's forcing Alex to play quickly. Once again, it's just a draw for Alex. 2 down.
He needs this.
He does. Drops a 2 here. He's going to lose the first set, I would expect.
Well, he would be 6 down with 3 ends to play.
Line's good.
Yeah. Is it up? Is it up?
Just, yes, he's here.
One shot, Alec Marshall.
And so Marshall gets on the scoreboard for the first time since the first end. He's still behind, though, in the opening set.
Score 4-7 after 6 ends.
Predict a short jack here. This might just be a 23, 24 metre.
Yep.
Slightly further.
Jackline 25.5 metres.
Just over. couple of metres over minimum length.
That's the problem, Alex turning away. The problem is the opening ball's just not getting close enough. And Jamie's tending to beating him to the jab with the opening ball. And once again, that's what's happened.
For a gap, Sandra?
1.5 inches.
Alex wants to get rid of it, and he's under.
He's under, he is. Wow. Well, I think Sandra indicated that the ball is only 1.5 inches away, so Alex rightly trying to disturb it.
2.5 feet.
That looks narrow and weak.
Yes, we're disappointed with this one. It was a chance to really add the pressure. He's not blocked either, so just to see what Alex plays here. Backhand, probably a draw.
Not bad.
That's what he needs with his opening balls, really, Alex. Needs that opening ball close.
I'm not sure Jamie enjoys this one either. Not as bad as the previous one.
That's okay. It's in the area.
That's where he wanted the last one, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was still hard, though, for Alex to score a shot here. He's looking at that, looking at the forehand side. Can't see you getting a lot of joy in that. Playing the 4, so it must be a runner.
No.
He's attacking.
Sort of a in between type of shot. He's going to get the gap, is he? Oh no.
The ball's looked in the way for that type of shot. Alex was just trying to squeeze the jack to the nearest red ball, so Jamie Chesney is going to take at least a 4-shot lead with 2 inches to go. Providing he doesn't give the shot away here, which would be very difficult to give it away, I think.
Especially coming in from that angle.
Well, if he runs, I think he scores. Oh, well played. Great ball.
Wonderful play.
2 shots, Jamie Chesney.
Jamie Chesney. And he has a 5-shot lead with 2 ends remaining in the first set.
Set score is 4-9.
Good value for his lead. Certainly been the better player. Quite a cool customer is Jamie. Very casual, very laid back. Doesn't get overly excited about anything. Good company to be with.
Yeah. Having a good chat with him a little earlier on about the Exeter Chiefs. He enjoys his rugby union.
He's played this full length well. Really well.
Any score here from Chesney in the final end of the first set becomes an irrelevance. Well, Marshall really needs to score 2 or more, or 1 would require a full house in the final end, and given the way he's been playing so far, it would seem improbable.
Yes, I mean, obviously Alex has certainly not brought his A game at the moment, but he's such a dangerous player that you would expect him to have certainly a better performance in the second set.
Chesney going to try and draw around the red. Putting one in the back. Here it comes, here it comes.
That's good again. That's another ball in the head. That's good.
1 green.
It's happy for Alex to score a 1 here. Jamie obviously wants to get the set done and dusted. Well, Alex turning his back already. He knows it's under.
Long way under. Scratch of the head and a huff and a puff.
Yes, I think he realises that, well, as I say, he's just not playing his best. Jamie didn't want it there. He wanted it past the head, really. Yeah, Alex will be running for this now. More positive, I think, with his third delivery, Alex.
On the backhand.
Yeah, playing with more weight, rightly so.
In the area. Yeah. Oh. Still 1 green.
Still 1 green. Well, he caught the target well. Unfortunately, slices the jack.
One green.
Chesney coming a long way round. Needs to work. Needs to hold up. Still line 1, you'd say.
It's not bad. It restricts Alex from scoring any more than 1 here. I think Alex, all he could do is get a 1. That would still put Jamie in a strong position.
Just the 1, Alex.
Sandra indicating you're only 1 down. Could just be a draw.
Looks at another sort of halfway house kind of shot, and it's is he going to get a little shave here?
I think it's still Jamie's.
1 shot in first set to Jamie Chesney.
And Jamie Chesney takes the first set with an end to spare. Alex Marshall hasn't had his A game in the opener, but he needs it now in the second set because he needs to win it to take us to a tie-break. The second semi-final is in favour of Jamie Chesney. Welcome back to Newton Hall, where we're just settling down for the start of the second set and a change of tactic from Alex Marshall as he moves the mat up the rink. Strangely out of sorts, Marshall in the first set, losing it with an end to spare. Chesney deservedly taking the first set.
23 metres.
Marshall goes as short as he possibly can. That's better.
The break came at the right time there, I think, for Alex. He was struggling, but I would expect a far better performance from Alex in the second set. And Jamie will also be aware of that.
Reply. Looks a little narrow, and he's played it with the weight. Oh, it's going to come back for him.
I think it's good if he runs. Yeah. Just pulled up.
2 red.
First time I think Jamie's actually played that forehand in this direction. Slightly more aggressive now, more attacking. I don't think he likes it.
We're giving it too much. Does he just clip it? No.
I think the shot was okay. Good choice of shot, but just always on the high side. It's quite inviting, I would think, for Jamie.
Marshall drawing on the backhand. Touch strong. Does he inside the green? He is.
He started the match, wasn't it? A 3 in the opening end.
3 red.
Hoping to repeat that, but once again I think we'll see choice of shot from Jamie. Forehand runner or a backhand draw.
Not sure, is he?
No, I think it's a choice really. He's played the backhand quite well actually on the draw.
Oh, going with a power shot.
It's a forehand runner. Looks high.
Yep. Well, he's removed one.
Second best takes one away.
2 shots, Alec Marshall.
Marshall opens with a 2 and immediately takes the mat to the front. So again.
Jack length 23 metres.
23 metre jack length. And again, a lovely opener. Marshall just trying to put Chesney under a bit more pressure.
He has a little bit.
2 red.
Prefer that the other side of the jack.
I think Jamie's line was fine. Just needs to take 18 inches off.
No, it needs to work. Needs to work. It needs to work.
Close between these two, Alec.
Close for shot. Still just a forehand draw for Alex here. Try to move with the jack or draw the shot.
Practically.
What does that mean?
Here it comes.
Close here.
It's going to slide between. Oh, it just slices it. Surely now. Losing shot.
Maybe more than one shot as well.
Yeah. That's going to have to work a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. Jamie's slightly narrower bias balls might struggle to get back here. I think that's why again my Alex has gone shorter.
3 red.
Don't know, could be 2 or 3 there.
Ah, 3 red was the call. Just wanting it to move on.
Yeah, pushing the ball up, he knew he was short. Right, Jamie, this is a bit of a pressure ball here. Looks a nice gap there, isn't there? Rest any ball and he scores. So.
Space is there.
Looks fairly easy.
Looks better.
I think his line is perfect. It's all about weight, and there's so many gaps, so many balls to rest.
Always found the ideal shot, and Chesney takes one in the second end. Under pressure, he delivers.
1 shot, Jamie Chesney.
Set score is 2-1 after 2 ends.
I think this is going to be a long jack. It's the middle.
Yeah, I was going to say it's still coming.
No, that's
Close to the tee.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
shake of the head from Chesney.
Yeah, preferred length, and maybe hoping to get a little bit closer than that.
Just needs probably one to adjust after two 23-metre ends. Alex Marshall, however, seems to be spot on.
He's upped his game, hasn't he? A little bit better.
We had to.
Looks under.
Oh, it's hanging out, it's hanging out. No, now it dies. Not under by much.
Yeah, clear run, he might have been okay. Gives Alex a problem.
It
In
is
the way of the
16 inches
draw.
off Jack High.
But both green balls are in the way of the draw, so this is awkward. Trust a bit of luck here. Just hope you don't promote your opponent's ball.
Well, it's not going to do that. Trying to work him round the back.
Too red.
Lovely.
That's good.
Yeah,
Jamie getting forced into play weight.
Was that the gap? No.
Takes one away.
One red.
Same draw here for Alex. Played a good ball with his third ball. It'll be exactly the same. As you can see, it's a big hand, this one. Comes back well.
Starting to work again. Just rolls his lying ball over, rolls it back towards the jack.
Choice again, might just go for the running ball again, try to remove their two red balls. It's either that or a backhand draw. Looks like the backhand draw now.
No. No, he doesn't like it.
No, halfway up, he knew he was under. Without doubt, there's a change in the game. Jamie getting forced into playing more shots now.
Going to be two.
Two shots, Alec Marshall.
There it is, confirmation. Marshall takes two, and he extends his lead to 3 in this second set.
Biens.
Bring it up, yeah, he does.
Sticking to his tactics. Keeping it short.
Javelin 25 meters.
That looks better.
Jamie. Been slightly off in the start of the second set, but that's a good recovery.
It's not going to be far away, is it?
No, he's got this. He's got this. Oh, well played. Really appreciating that ball. Clear run.
Oh, just took it away, didn't it?
Very close.
One red.
Same ball again from Jamie. So close with his last delivery. Same ball again. Backhand draw. Looks like forehand runner.
Where is it?
Certainly under. Oh, he's going to get a result here. Oh,
just
fell
rolls the other
wrong
way.
On red.
If this falls here.
Falls in, he's okay. It fell out. Well, he's got 3 seconds, so he's got a good head at the moment, Jamie. Alex needs another ball in here.
Has he threaded it? Oh.
It's 2. However, I think we'll probably see the same shot from Jamie. It looks still like a forehand attacking ball.
Here it comes. Bit more pace on this one. Holding the line. Splits.
Well, good strike. I think he's ended up with a shot here.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, well, it rolls back. Hard to see. From that angle, you'd favour red, but kind of a quick measure. And he was going to remeasure, but Jimmy Chesney said no, it's definitely Alex's shot, so 5-1 Alex Marshall. Matt to the front of the green. Jack length somewhere between 23 and 25 metres, and Alex will be hoping to extend his lead.
Jack length 23 metres.
Chesney needs to get the scoreboard ticking again if he can.
To score this end. 6-7-1 down would be quite a lot to claw back. However, he gets it 5-2, 5-3. He's got a good chance of winning it. So I think this is a vital end.
Remember, he only requires the draw to win the match. And taking the first set comfortably.
On green.
Just missing the target from Marshall.
Disappointed with that one.
15 inch.
That one to count. Alexander. Oh, Jamie, this is a chance to add another.
On green.
All sorts of reactions. The tapping back foot and the right hand's going. He wants it to stop.
Don't think he's going to. Opportunity really missed there. Won't be happy with that. Shaking the head there and use that as a chance. You'd expect Alex to play a good ball here.
Again, he just misses the target.
Just goes slightly heavy.
On green.
Well, Chesney has the 1 green. Really needs to make it count with 2 here, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, if he's going to win this set, you almost feel as though this should be counting.
Going on the backhand. Try and minimise any sort of collateral damage if he touches the jack.
Must score here.
And he does.
Well played.
Well played. Does he? Does he? Does he?
2 shots, Jamie Chesney.
He does get the 2, and he stays in touch with Mike Marshall. It was close.
Set score is 5-3 after 5 ends.
But he finally makes a short jack tell for him.
Yeah, that was an important 2.
Like you said, Andy, such an important end.
Yeah, I think it was.
5-3's almost a lot more manageable than, as you said, 6 or 7-1.
Certainly is. Get back to his favoured line, get a good opening ball, and he feel as though he could run for a win now. That's good. Jamie Chesney, it was 150 to 1 to actually win this tournament, believe it or not. I suspect 1 or 2 people are getting a little bit nervous back in Devon at the moment. I'm sure there's a few pounds have gone on Jamie at these odds.
On green.
Alex, as you would expect, one of the favourites pre-tournament.
As always, especially with his record here in Blackpool. No.
It doesn't look it.
Well, he doesn't like it, but it's no, it's going to stay too high.
Yeah, that was a bit heavy.
1 green and a measure.
Today, the disappointment shots have been disappointing in the past couple of days. The disappointed shots have sort of taken the jack, trailed the drag.
Yes, exactly. I know very well. But thanks for reminding me, Chad.
I think you had one of those yesterday yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, pressure on Alex now. 2 or 3 down here.
2 green and a measure.
2 green and a measure.
My last one, Sandra.
Just over 2 feet.
Big target either, so it's just a draw. Don't know if Alex is overly confident on this side in the fuller length. Needs a good one.
He does. It's under, is it?
Yeah, I don't think he's running. May have gotten 3rd. Difficult to tell.
2 green.
Yeah. There it comes on the backhand again from Chesney. Just wants to... Well, that's a bit too wide, isn't it?
Well, it should count. Yeah, that's number 3, possibly number 4, so... A big ball for Alex. Needs to score here. Or needs to reduce the count.
He was in control of this set for the first 4 ends. after just being made to think about this 6th end.
Timeout called. Alec has 3 timeouts remaining.
Leaves the shot clock to 8 seconds before asking for an extra 60.
Well, looking at this, I mean, it looks a backhand draw if you're playing with confidence. I don't think he's confident at drawing this on the backhand, so I think he's looking at a heavy ball here. I think he's looking at playing with more weight. Expect to remove some of the Jamie balls.
Damage limitation as opposed to trying to win it with the draw.
Yes, I think so. I think he'll be running here. Jamie will be praying he misses. Forehand, so it must be with weight.
Big shot. Take your chances.
If he hits the target, he's going to remove some.
Just.
Oh, he got a bad result really there. I think he's still 3 down. Good strike, finds the gap. That's unlucky.
They're looking at it.
It looks like 3.
1. I think I was going to ask for the measure. It's important part.
Obviously the camera angles have been awkward for us. It just looked 3 on the screen.
That's comfortably
definitely
2. And from that angle, you'd say it's comfortably 3, wouldn't you?
Yes, that looks 3. It's definitely 3.
Just make sure it hasn't moved. No, it's 3. And Chesney goes in front, 6-5. What a comeback this has been. A 29-year-old.
Well, running for home now, Jamie.
3 ends remaining. And go back to that last ball of the 5th end when he saved a shot.
I think that's down to that ball. So it helped him big time.
Oh, dropped to 28.5. You'd have thought maybe you'd have gone long again.
Yes, slightly shorter than what he's been playing, so whether he wanted to throw that. Sometimes the player doesn't always get the jack to where they want it.
Maybe just trying to keep it changing so Alec can't settle.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. It's a tactic as well to vary the length. It's a good opener.
And a good reply. Oh, he's liking this length, isn't he?
Get out there. Uses his own ball to get the shot.
The gap, Sandra, please.
Perfect
3.5 inches.
I don't think Alex, like I was going to say, he was going to play the backhand, but his open ball in the forehand wasn't too bad. Similar type of ball. Looks to be under. Maybe in the way, might force Jamie onto the 4, but resisting, yeah, sticking to the 4, yeah, quite right. Rest Alex's ball, could count 2 or 3 here.
Well, if he can get inside that red ball, he's just a little over, isn't he?
Just struggling to get back. It was good for resting the ball. coming up to have a look at the head, really. Still looks like a 4-hand draw.
Survey the situation.
Timeout called. Alec has 2 timeouts remaining.
Marshall burns another timeout. That's 2 remaining.
Confident Alex Marshall. We're going down to the head here and just trying to draw this. I think this might give you an indication as to how confident he is. Does he run or does he draw?
It's going on the 4-hand.
Yeah, I think he's playing the right shot. It just looks like a 4-hand draw.
Space is there. It's in the area. Oh, has it got the legs? No.
Far away?
No, it isn't, but it is.
Oh, chance here for Jamie. Any movement on that jack? Could be 2 or 3. Looking to move the jack 3 or 4 inches.
Has he given it enough? Here it comes. This is going to be close. It's going to be close. He's just a little under.
Right.
In terms of moving the jack, he could be line 2 there. Oh, he goes. That was close.
Yeah, I knew his weight was good. Just 1 ball wider. Wow. I think it's probably still just a draw for Alex.
It's going to have to be a dead weight draw, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's all it is.
All it is? You make it sound so easy.
Nice and easy. Yeah, he's only got about 3 inches, so... Well, that look doesn't suggest that he likes it.
Oh, it looks wide. It's going to have to work a lot from there. It's starting to work. It's starting to work. It's starting to work, but not enough. And it's moved the red ball.
Yeah, has he moved his nearest ball further away?
They can take away the 1 green for
Yeah,
sure.
One out. Closer look on second now. Jamie wants a measure. This back green ball is surely not in, is it? Rubber wedge is going in. I think that ball would move the way that the angle is. Don't think that's going to fall down.
Or 3.
I think this is a vital measure.
Oh.
He's trying to measure the 2 red to find out the closest red ball first. So.
So that's the one that's counting for Marshall.
Yeah, I think it's only 1. This back ball we hadn't actually counted
No,
on that one.
again, it was the angle that did us. That 2?
Oh yes, I think he's...
Oh no, hold on.
This is tight, very tight. Oh yeah, 2.
2 shots, Jamie Chesney.
I'm glad he was doing the measuring, not me.
So, a 3-shot lead with 2 ends remaining for Jamie Chesney. If he can score 1 here, then he will take the match.
Yes, quite simply, Alec needs to score 4 shots in the final 2 ends. Definitely advantage Chesney.
And he goes long.
Jack length 30 metres, set score is 5-8 after 7 ends.
He'll be saying to himself, please just get me a front toucher. Make it nice and easy.
Well, it's short, I'm afraid. Really important opening ball from Marshall, and it's a good one.
He's got to score at least 2 here if you're Alex to have any chance of winning the set. 1, I don't think will be enough.
Well, it'll be a 23-metre jack if he wins 1 or 2, isn't it?
Yes, I'm sure it will be. What you like with this one, Jamie?
Looks better. But I don't think it's got the legs, is it?
You don't want to put yourself under pressure. That's what you've done, Jamie.
Marshall's second. Oh, that's gonna, is that gonna shave off? It is. It gets a little lucky bounce.
Good result. Wasn't far away with his weight, just slightly under. Glances the ball. Lies 2.
Chesney goes to the backhand. Forced onto it by that last ball from Marshall.
Needs to bend. Oh, well played, Jamie Chesney. Great pressure goal that was.
On green.
Jack level, Sandra.
Half-inch past.
On green.
It's got to be backhand from Alex. Got to be reaching through with this one. Try to remove the green ball or trail the jack. Looks close.
Looks a little strong, but it's working its way back.
He's got this all the way. Well played.
Excellent shot from Alex Marshall.
2 red.
2 red. This is awkward for Jamie. Does he play a forehand runner? Or does he try to draw this on the 4? I think it looks like a forehand runner to me. Try to put the jack in the ditch.
If he misses, and a chance for Marshall to get the 3.
Yes, I know. So this is a crucial ball. Looks a forehand runner. Looks quite inviting.
No, it looks like he's revving it up. Here it comes.
Well, check his body language. It likes good. I think he likes it. Will he bend?
Too wide, too wide, too wide. He's missed it. He missed it by quite a way.
Yes, he did.
And Marshall with a chance to make it 8-all going into the 9th end.
Yes, this is a big ball from Alex really here. Scores another shot. He only needs the 1. He fails, he needs a 2.
Stop clock, please.
It's like disturbance, taking his time, quite rightly so. He knows this is an important ball. He's got 2 feet. You would expect him to draw another.
Here it comes, and when he needs it most, does he deliver?
Yes, that's in. That's number 3, I think. 3 shots. I'm sure he's expecting 3. Jamie obviously got to come
3
up
shots,
confirm
Alex
that
Marshall.
3.
8-all then. Going into the final end of the second set.
Set score 8-all.
Well, it was Jamie's opening 2 balls really that created the problem there. All of a sudden, Alex Marshall's back in this game.
Oh, Marshall doesn't bring the mat up.
Well, Jamie's got the last ball. He's got a slight advantage here.
Jackling 30.5 metres.
30.5 metres.
He's gone long.
Oh, just had success at 30. So the final end of set 2. And Marshall makes his opening count.
That's a great start from Alex. Well, he couldn't have placed that any better, I don't think.
Wander up and put it down, and that's where you put it.
I think you would. Well, probably the other side of the jab might be slightly better. It makes it harder, but...
Again, Chesney struggling.
Yes. He knows this is a big end. Just needs one big ball, Jamie.
Jamie's ball from the
keep
spot,
calm.
please.
That's easier said than done.
15-inch gap.
Movement from Marshall's second delivery, but it's short.
I think Jamie quite likes the backhand in this direction on the full length, so I think he'd be confident of drawing this still.
It's under again.
He does.
Not by much, but under.
It's under enough. Jamie has the spot covered if he needs to start attacking. It's still at the moment a draw. Why Alex was going for the spot. He realised that Jamie might have taken a gamble. This is a great ball. Well played, Alex.
Yeah,
Marshall.
excellent.
Very good. That forces Jamie now into just playing the draw shot. I think he may be 1 or 2 down, so I think it's just a draw.
It's essentially a tie-break end, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Well, they'll play it like a tie-break. Shots don't really count here. When he drops 1 or 4, it makes no difference. But it's just a draw.
He's given it too much. He's overcorrected.
Yes.
So it's going to be 1 shot for Jamie Chesney to win the match, isn't it?
Simple
in this
as
second set.
2 timeouts.
Alex will be
Oh,
thinking.
second, your son, Sandra.
I think you've got to force your opponent into play the draw shot here. Asking if it's 1 or 2. This might be important as well.
Did you favour it anyways?
It's close between these two. I would say I favour green, but it is very close, Alec.
Well, Sandra slightly favours the green. Alex will be frightened here to make the head any bigger. That's the danger.
Alec has 1 timeout remaining.
If green is second, he needs another ball because I think Jamie might take a gamble and try to just run the green ball out.
It's close, Alec.
Alex will be hoping this goes probably in the centre line, 2 feet short, counting.
We set it off a long way out.
Wow, not quite sure why he's putting it there. If Jamie has second, he may gamble here. He's had 3 poor attempts at the draw. He might take a gamble and just try to clip the red ball out. I think that's what he's looking at.
He'd had to be pretty confident he's lying second if he's going to play it.
If he's lying second, he might play it because, as I say, he's had 3 poor attempts at the draw. If he's not confident, he'll try to run the ball out, clip it, and he would lie game.
Timeout called. Jamie has 3 timeouts remaining.
This is his second timeout. So this could be the match right here.
Certainly could. That's why the second shot is important. Well, he's going for the ball. That's the target. Looks too wide.
So he's missed it.
One shot in second set
We're
to Alec
going
Marshall.
to tie
Match
break.
tiebreak.
Marshall, who controlled the first part of the second set, then saw Chesney take an 8-5 lead, but he's taken 4 shots in the final 2 ends as he needed to do so to take us into a tie-break. And where is the momentum now, Andy Thompson?
Oh, there's no doubt about who the momentum is with. It's definitely with Alex Marshall. Jamie, 3 up with 2 ends to go. Well, basically he played 2 poor ends, really. He's let Alex Marshall back into this game, and I would say at the moment Alex Marshall is the favourite. But on a tie-break end, who knows?
Well, I think Jamie Chesney opted to pay a visit to Mother Nature and just regroup.
Not a bad call, I think, from Jamie. I'm sure he's rocking a little bit. Knows that he had a big chance there, really. It's hard to put this man down, really.
Yeah. You don't get many opportunities against Alex Marshall, and Jamie Chesney had a big one.
I mean, Alex has not been at his best today, but he'll be happy with the situation at the moment. He's into a tie-break, and he knows that he's got a lot of experience. Jamie making his way back.
So, a tie-break to come.
Jamie, I don't think he'll be feeling too good with himself, but he's got to regroup and just start all over again. You've played well in the match, Jamie. Just got to keep concentrating. He's put Alex in. So he's got the last ball.
Jamie won the toss
and
and has
possibly
given the
third end.
chance in first end to Alec.
Goes as far as the third end.
So, what does Marshall do here? Takes a couple of steps up.
I don't think he'll go long in this direction. Three-quarter length.
Jack length 26 metres.
We haven't had a 26-metre jack for a while.
I think the mat's slightly up, and as I say, it's a three-quarter length jack, but once again, it's a perfect opener from Alex Marshall. There's a back toucher, that's perfect. Well, this might be a running ball already from Jamie. Yes, quite right. Rightly too. Needs to bend. He's got this, he's got this. Well played, Jamie. There we see, forehand runner, clips the ball, perfect ball. That's what he wanted on the previous end. He wanted to clip the ball out.
Well, we had 4 tie breaks in the first 5 days. We've had 2 in our first 2 matches here today, but we always thought these semi-finals were going to be tight, and so it's proved to be.
Yeah, you would expect that. Quality players, you'd expect them to often share the set. Alex will be disappointed with that one after his opening good ball. It's opened the door slightly for Jamie. Produce a good draw.
No, we can't.
Fast, Sandra, please. 2.5 feet.
2.5 feet.
This looks better from Alex. This looks like the closest shot.
Just drop back as well.
Just a draw here for Jamie.
Well, Chesney won his Tie-break against Mark Dawes yesterday evening. 2-0.
The line's good.
White is
perfect. Well played, Jamie Chesney. A lot of pressure on that ball.
On green.
I think Alex is asking how many time out he's got. He was told 2.
So 2.
Draw looks difficult, however, striking the ball onto the jack. Don't think Alex would get a good result. It would probably go off.
Alex has 1 time out.
The jack would go off, so that would leave Jamie with plenty of room. This is awkward for Alex. And then we see the only good result for Alex here is if he catches just the corner of Jamie's ball if he run at it, but I think he might try to attempt to draw this.
Still trying to work it out, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's just a draw. I think a drive, he was not getting a good result. He was leaving Jamie too much room on the respot, I think. It's the perfect draw.
There it comes. It's going to have to work a lot from there. I'm not sure it's going to work enough. It's not, and Chesney will take the opening end of the tie-break. He won't need to deliver his final bowl.
First end, Jamie Chesney.
And Chesney takes a 1-0 lead in the tie-break. Well, having had 2 poor ends in end 8 and end 9, and not desperately good, to be fair, in the first end of the tie-break, he comes up with a telling ball delivery on his 3rd bowl.
That's exactly what the tie-break's about. You just need to produce 1 big ball, and that's what Jamie did there. I'm sure he was rocking a little bit there. Lost the 2nd set, but good opener again. That's what's required. Feel a little bit better. He's got a slight advantage, obviously, taking the opening end.
That's better. That's a lot better for an opening.
9 inches short of jack high.
9 inches short. I think Alex will probably think that's not in the way.
Gonna hit it, was it?
Just got inside and possibly got the shot.
On red.
Straight onto the backhand.
Well, this is the hand that actually Jamie's played well, apart from the
end of the second set.
Yes. So this is the hand that he normally leads well on. This looks better.
Yeah. He's going to trail it, is he? No, he's just going to come in between red and the jack.
On green.
Gap, please, Sandra.
3.5 inches.
Just a draw from Alex with this ball. Doesn't like it. Don't think he's running.
No, he's not.
What Jamie would give now for a front toucher. No balls behind the head.
There it comes. Here it comes.
Front toucher, has he got the front toucher? No, he's got the back one. Oh, that's good. It's very good.
And just nudges it back up to he almost gets the front toucher from his previous delivery.
2 green.
Well, quite simply, he's asked Alex to draw the shot here because there isn't a runner on here for Alex. Just a draw.
And he seems to have got over his wobble just in time.
Yes, certainly has. He's regrouped and played big balls.
But just going back to what you said, it just requires one big bowl from Alex Marshall to take us to a third end.
Well, you wouldn't put it past this man to draw the shot. He's running after it, and the players know if Alex is running after his ball, he normally likes it.
It's going to work a lot from there.
It's not going to work. He's going to be high, I think.
Well, oh, that's unlucky.
Yes, well, it gives him a chance, I think, really now. I think Jamie will be going round the back. He'll be anticipating Alex reaching this. Round the back on the forehand side.
Timeout called. Jamie has 3 timeouts remaining.
Left of the screen. That's what we're trying to use. So, forehand deep.
It's going to come down to Marshall's last delivery in this second end of the tie-break as to whether or not this match continues.
Good ball, Jamie. Very good ball. Well, backhand shot here for Alex, reaching through the head. He could use the right hand red ball and come off that onto the jack. That's what he'll be aiming for here. Oh, Jamie, are you going to make the final?
Timeout.
Well, here we go. Alex just taking his time.
Yeah.
Alex has no time.
Backhand, reaching through 2 or 3 yards away, hoping to use the wing ball. That's what he's going to. That's what his target here is.
So, Marshall to stay in the semi-final. Can he find the shot? Chesney found the big delivery in the first end of the tie-break. Marshall studying it. What's the line like? Here it comes into the heads. He's got it, but he's knocked it into green.
Second end and match to Jamie Chesney.
Chesney defeats Alec Marshall in the tie-break, 2 ends to 0, and is through to the final. Alex Marshall fails to make the final here in Blackpool for the first time in 4 years. A winner 3 years ago, runner-up the last 2 editions of the International Open, but this time he's a losing semi-finalist, and Jamie Chesney, a good win, Andy Thompson.
It certainly was. I mean, Jamie was the better player in the first set. Just let a lead slip, but Jamie played the tie-breaks really well. He'll be so delighted he's in the final. Really plays for him. It should be a fantastic final later on tonight.
So, it's been a good day for the men in green. Both David Gordon